Hey guys, Salem here. So, I got a little bit of a surprise this morning. I woke up and I checked SPC, and I see this. Right now, there is a marginal risk. Wow.
At 12:42 p.m., a strong thunderstorm was located near 5 fathoms buoy, moving northeast at 39. Hazard, wind gusts 34.
Literally just took a screenshot thinking this would get warned.
Radar. Impact. Small craft could be damaged and briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include 28-mile wreck, Deepwater Reef, 5 fathoms buoy, and buoy 4FB. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. Here is the official National Weather Service.
Anyway, I was just trying to show you all this marginal risk, and that happened. But yes, we are in a marginal risk today. So we might get some alerts. I mean, we just did, so yeah. Damn it! 260. Mom, get out. Damn it! You didn't go off either.
North Beach, Maryland, Chester River to Queenstown, Maryland, Eastern Bay, Patapsco River including Baltimore Harbor, until 4 p.m. At 2:25 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 20 nautical miles west of Middle River to 23 nautical miles north of Tidal Basin to 17 nautical miles north of Key Bridge,
You failed.
east at 35 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Parsons Island, Fort Smallwood State Park, Pinehurst, North Point State Park, Hart Miller Island, Eastern Bay, Gibson Island, Bodkin Point, Tilchester Beach, Pools Island, Miles River, Love Point, North Beach, Gunpowder River, Sandy Point State Park, Baltimore Light, Bloody Point Light, Mattapique, Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and Thomas Point Light. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. At 2 p.m. Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Gulf Point, Maryland. Chesapeake Bay from Pools Island to Sandy Point, Maryland. Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach, Maryland. Chester River to Queenstown, Maryland. Choptank River to Cambridge, Maryland, and the Little Choptank River. Eastern Bay until 5:45 p.m. At 3:45 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Rock Hall to Greenbury Point to 10 nautical miles west of...
Did you go off? No! Of course you didn't! Because you're the 262!
Source, observed wind. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Choptank River, Kent Narrows Bridge, Magothy River, Rock Hall, Eastern Bay, Blackwood Point, Greenbury Point, Herring Bay, Highland Beach, Sandy Point State Park, Severn River, Bloody Point Light, Thomas Point Light, Poplar Island, Gibson Island, Chesapeake Beach, Love Point, North Beach, Baltimore Light, and Dare Beach. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected.
Max Digital failed again.
At 3 p.m. at Philadelphia International Airport, light rain
This
was
didn't go
falling.
off again.
The temp-
SVR!
Central Kent County and Central Delaware, Northeastern Talbot County in Eastern Maryland, Queen Anne's County in Northeastern Maryland, Northern Caroline County in Eastern Maryland, Southwestern Kent County in Northeastern Maryland, until 4:30 p.m. At 3:48 p.m., severe thunder thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Langford to near Stevensville to
You
near
failed
Crossett,
again?
moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damage to roofs, siding, trees, and power lines is possible. Locations impacted include Greensboro, Barclay, Ridgely, Wyoming, Rock Hall, Old Town, Grassville, Wright,
That's why!
Star, Stevensville South,
It was on single county mode.
Johnstown, Camp Hadlesville, Highland Acres, Queenstown, Dover Base Housing, Goldsboro, and Sandtown. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 4:30 p.m. for the following counties: Kent, Delaware, and the following counties in Maryland, Caroline, Kent, Queen Anne's, and Talbot.
Go again.
Wind gusts 34 knots for greater and small hail.
Yes, it went off.
Intact. Small craft could be damaged from briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Fortest Beach, Sea Breeze, Peacock Island, Woodland Beach, Stony Point, Myanmar Lake, Ship Junction Lake, Cross Ledge Lake, and Reedy Point. Here's the official National Weather Service forecast for Chesapeake.
I almost missed that.
The National Weather Service in Mount Holly, New Jersey has issued a special marine warning for coastal and outer waters from Sandy Hook to Little Lake in Wreck, New Jersey until 7:15 p.m. At 5:12 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 9 nautical miles northwest of Pine Beach to 13 nautical miles west of Ocean Gate to 24 nautical miles west of Fork River, moving east at 20 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater and small hail. Source, radar. Impact, small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Ocean Gate, Barnegat Light, Seaside Park, Barnegat Light Reef, Pine Beach, Silverton, Harvey Cedars, Fork River, and Lavalette. At 5 p.m. Severe thunderstorm warning for Central Ocean County in southern New Jersey until 6 p.m. At 5:16 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Bember Lake, or 8 miles southwest of Toms River, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damage to roofs, siding, trees, and power lines is possible. Locations impacted include Silver Ridge, Beechwood, Crestwood Village, Holiday City Berkeley, Bamber Lake, Guilford Park, South Toms River, Holiday City South, Island Heights, Pine Ridge at Crestwood, Holiday Heights, Seaside Heights, Dover Beaches South, and Toms River. This includes Garden State Parkway between mile markers 72 and 82. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6 p.m. for the following county: Ocean, New Jersey. Island to Sandy Point in Maryland. Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach, Maryland. Chesapeake Bay north of Pools Island, Maryland. Chester River to Queensville, Maryland. Eastern Bay, Patapsco River including Baltimore Harbor until 7:30 p.m. At 5:25 p.m., gust fronts were located along a line extending from 11 nautical miles northwest of Middle River to 9 nautical miles northwest of Fort Smallwood State Park and 9 nautical miles northeast of Tidal Basin, moving east at 20 knots. Hazard, sudden onset of wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, observed wind. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Kent Narrows Bridge, North Point State Park, Magothy River, Eastern Bay, Dobbins Island, Pools Island, Herring Bay, Gunpowder River, Sandy Point State Park, Northeast River, Bloody Point Blight, Thomas Point Blight, Poplar Island, Parsons Island, Fort Smallwood State Park, Pipers, Turkey Point, Aberdeen Proving Ground, Park Miller Island, and Gibson Island. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Here is the seas 2 to 4 feet. Wave deep. The National Weather Service in Mount Holly, New Jersey has issued a tornado warning for East Central Ocean County,
Wow.
New Jersey, until 6 p.m.
Whoa.
At 5:29 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Beechwood or near Toms River, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado.
Okay.
Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Beechwood, Seaside Heights, Island Heights, Dover Beaches South, and Toms River. This includes Garden State Parkway between mile markers 78 and 80. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 6 p.m. for the following county: Ocean, New Jersey. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from Drum Point, Maryland to Smith Point, Virginia. Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland. Hutchinson River to Boone's Island, Maryland. Tangier Sound and the inland waters surrounding Bloodsworth Island until 7:30 p.m. At 5:34 p.m., a strong thunderstorm was located 11 nautical miles northeast of Post Creek, moving southeast at 25 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Greenwell State Park, Hooper Island Light, Solomon's Island, Nanticoke River Mouth, Coupled Creek, Down Creek, Drum Point, Fishing Bay, Flag Harbor, Calvert Cliffs, The Targets, Bivalve, Richland Point Buoy, and Deal Island. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. At 5 till 7:45 p.m. At 5:48 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located.
WXJ.
East at 35 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater and small hail. Source, radar.
Okay.
Impact, small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Atlantic City, Little Egg Reef, Atlantic City Reef, Great Egg Inlet, Garden State South Reef, Great Egg Reef, Ocean City Reef, Beach Haven, The Lump, North Beach Haven, Little Egg Inlet, Bowie G, Brigantine, and Seal City. Here is the official National Weather Service.